Mostly Movies Short Subject, where we mostly discuss movies in a short time. I'm here about to go into work in a few minutes, so this will be a little briefer than usual. I have to say, well done, Tony Gilroy and the whole team at Disney for doing an amazing job on Andor Season 2. I was critical of this show at the beginning. I used to call it Blandor. It was, kind of not very nice. And I said it was sort of like a BBC drama. It was very British, in my opinion. And I mean, if I had never seen Tony Gilroy in interviews, I could have sworn that this show was made by a Brit, just because it had a different, more casual sensibility. It was more about character and story and being real and being realistic, rather than just be a shoot 'em up, bang up American project. But I have to say, I've seen the last 3 episodes. I'm not going to get too much into spoilers, but there will be spoilers. I loved how it ended. It wasn't like this big whiz-bang action ending that I was expecting, because this show is completely not what we're expecting as Star Wars fans. This is a really, really good show. Very different, and it's ironic that today is George Lucas's birthday. Happy birthday, Uncle George. He's 81 today. God bless him. But it's fun that it's his birthday, and that the last episodes of this just show you that George Lucas is getting older. He's 81 years old now, but Star Wars is going to go on. It will go on. It will continue. It's not dead. Not every project is going to be a home run out of the gate, and I understand in the era of streaming, it's more about quantity than quality, unfortunately. But I have to say, this was a great, great series, and I'm very, very interested to see what Tony Gilroy does next. I'll be completely honest with you. If Kathy Kennedy and the rest of the Disney team are smart, they will get him to direct the Rey trilogy or Episode 10 or whatever the heck it's going to be called. And I think that will really unite the fan base. The fans will have confidence in the project again. Because you don't want to give Episode 10 to somebody that made 2 documentaries. You want to give it to somebody that really cares and really puts 100% on the screen. And the action sequences and stuff like that, that'll fall into place. That's easy. That's the easy part of Star Wars, is the action and the suspense. The hard part of Star Wars is good writing, and the actors have always been good in Star Wars, so that's never been a problem. Even in the sequel trilogy, people are critical, but we've had some great performances in those movies, even though the stories had their issues. All you got to do is get somebody that understands character and understands storytelling and plot, and you can have it's easy to make a Star Wars movie. It's not that hard. Just do it. Just get Tony Gilroy and his brothers to work on the script and work on the movie, and then you do whatever you want with the cast and crew. Now, as for the episodes themselves, again, it's great to see Yab, and it's great to see Mon Mothma, Bail Organa. By the way, Benjamin, I forget his name, is doing a fantastic job as Bail Organa. I know Jimmy Smits had issues with scheduling. But you know what? Again, I don't have a big problem with recasting anybody. Usually. It's not a problem. As long as the character is good, as long as the characterization is good, it doesn't matter if you recast it. And he nails this character great as Bail Organa. And I'm very much looking forward to the rest of whatever comes next. I did like the ending where they were showing all the characters. They were kind of wrapping everything up at the end of season 2. And they showed like Mon Mothma's husband, and they showed all that stuff, which I thought was great. And the very end, where we see that not only does Bix survive, but she has a child. Now, some fans have speculated that it could be Poe Dameron, and some, the purists that read all the books, so Lord help us, that they read all the books and like, no, that's not true because Poe Dameron, his parents were these people. Who cares? And honestly, I don't think Tony Gilroy is going to go that route and just make it Poe Dameron, because that would be the easy, cheap Disney way of doing things. It's not the Gilroy way. The Gilroy way is like, I'm going to take something that none of you know what to do with, and I'm going to do something great with it. But again, the fans have really got to watch this show. Don't let it die. Don't let it just be, well, it doesn't have Jedi and the Mandalorian or Baby Yoda. No, every Star Wars fan needs to watch this series, especially season 2, even if you don't watch season 1. Because you don't necessarily have to watch season 1 to appreciate season 2. but it does help. But every Star Wars fan should watch this show. Don't let it die on the vine. Don't let it be like Muppets Mayhem, which was an amazing show, the best Muppet property since 2011, and the fans just didn't show up for it. The fans just said they ignored it. And I'm saying, no, this isn't like the other Muppet garbage we've been seeing, like Muppets Now or any of that stuff, or that show that was like, I think it was like The Office with the Muppets. It was on ABC. It was really stupid. But this is, the Muppets Mayhem was great, and the fans just didn't show up for it. And unfortunately, it didn't get a second season, which breaks my heart because it was amazing. It was like a 5-hour Muppet movie. It was as good as anything in the Henson era, as good as Christmas Carol, as good as the 2011 Muppet movie. But that's why the Star Wars fans have really got to come through on this one. It's up to you guys. So I have to say, it's a fabulous show. Every criticism I had, including when I called it Blandor or said that it was boring, I'm man enough to apologize to Tony Gilroy and the team, because the second season especially knocked it out of the park. This has been great from the first episode of this season to the very end. All 12 episodes were great, especially the 9th episode, which is probably the best Star Wars we've gotten since 2005. And you know what's great about it? It's not about the strong woman of Mon Mothma or anything like that, or you know, putting one character over the other. Everybody has equal time. The men and women are both equally great characters. It's not like anybody's great at the expense of someone else. Everybody's a great character, and everybody has something great to do. The men and women characters are so strong in this show. It's the best we've seen. This is easily the best Star Wars we've seen since Episode 3 in 2005. And I know people are critical of the prequels, and I know that if the prequels could be summed up in one word, it's awkward. And I love them, don't get me wrong. And I love George Lucas. Happy birthday, George. 81, God bless. But to be honest with you, this is Star Wars. This is a kind of Star Wars that we've never seen before, that we never thought we were going to get. And I think it's great. And I think I definitely want to see more of this. I'm probably going to watch the second season again. It's hard to find the time to watch 12 episodes, but I'm going to find that time, because this is a great series. It's worth watching more than once. Everybody check out Andor Season 2. And this is Mostly Movies signing off.